Hi everyone, how are you all? How are you all doing? Well, if you are applying for fall 2024, I hope your preparations are going well. And I think this is the time when you should have finished your GRE, TOEFL tests. In fact, even if you're planning to give them at least this month or next month and you've already scheduled them, I think you're good. And meanwhile, you can start working on your SOPs, your LORs, because you will need to start submitting these documents soon as well. So majority of the applications, they are going to open this October, and the deadlines for these applications actually start all the way from December. So the earliest deadlines are usually in December, and then after that, January, February, you have deadlines for other universities as well. So I'm here, and if you have any questions about studying abroad, please tell me. It could be about this year, it could be about next year. So feel free to ask your questions because I'll be happy to clear your doubts for you. Okay, so starting with Adil. Hi Adil. Hi Harshit. Thank you. Thanks, Rishikesh. So, Adil's question is, hello, ma'am, can you please start IELTS preparation course just like research course? Okay. So, the only reason I did not get into GRE, TOEFL, IELTS preparation is because I felt that there are already a lot of companies and organizations which are doing that. So that's the reason why I felt, maybe this course is not required. But if you guys truly feel that, you're not getting enough value and you really want me to prepare a course, I will definitely start working towards it and make sure that we have a course that really benefits you. So do let me know. I mean, if I have enough votes, if I have enough people telling me that they need this course, I'll do that. Okay. Next question is Nikhil, how to study in Netherlands? So Nikhil, I think the first thing you should do when it comes to studying in Netherlands is to find out which universities are there in Netherlands and what kind of programs are they offering, which ones interest you, what are the admission requirements, and then you start from there. Okay. When UG engineering application portal opens, also similar timeline. So, for undergraduates, also the application portal will open in October for majority of the universities. Ma'am, my professor doesn't have an official mail ID. Will there be any problem with the application process? So, if your professor does not have an official email ID, well, yes, that is a bit of a problem because then how else do they verify whether your friend is writing that LOR for you or your professor is doing that? I think the only place where you can get saved is if you have your letterhead on the college. I mean, if you have your letter of recommendation on the college letterhead, I think that sort of gives that guarantee. It's not a fake document and it's an authentic document. But for professors to have their official email ID is actually quite important. So if you feel that only that professor doesn't have, then my suggestion would be to look for a professor who does have and take that LOR from them. Okay. Harshit says, ma'am, how to get application fee waivers? Well, Harshit, very recently I came to know that a lot of universities keep organizing these events. Basically, these are live events where you join these and you can talk to the admission officers, you can clear your doubts. And if you actually attend these university events, then they also waive your application fee. So if you've already shortlisted the universities you'd like to apply to, I would suggest you see if they are organizing such events. I think that is one way how you can get application fee waivers. In fact, there's so many questions, but in fact, on that note, I would really like to talk to you about this free live event that QS Top Universities is organizing on 21st of September 2023. So it's a free live event for people who are applying to the master's program in STEM fields. And like it has such a great agenda because they are going to talk to you about the admission process. They're going to talk about application requirements. So many universities from US, UK, Europe, Australia are going to be there. Alumni are going to be there. Admission officers are going to be there. And you actually have a chance to interact with them on a one-to-one basis and clear your doubts. In fact, as part of the event, they are also reviewing your profile, reviewing your CV for free, and that is being done by expert career coaches. So it's almost a 2.5 hour event, 2.5 hour to 3 hour event, and it's happening on 21st of September in the evening. And it's a free event. I think you should definitely not miss out. In fact, there could be so much information that I don't know that they must be sharing, because these are the universities and they are handling student applications day in, day out. In fact, as part of the event, QS, as you know, QS, like I'm sure all of you know, right? QS World University rankings are so popular. So, QS is also how to register for that event. I've put it in the description. Can you check? The link is there in the description. So if you want to register for it, the link is there. So please sign up because they have limited seats available. And yes, so I was talking about QS. So the benefit of attending this QS event is firstly that they are so well renowned in the study abroad space. Like I'm sure all of you would have heard about QS World University rankings, right? So they are so well renowned in this space, and whatever information is coming from them is actually genuine information. And what they have done is they are also collaborating with other organizations. So there's Education USA, which is also going to be part of the event, and they talk about admission process in the US, visa process, how to study in the US, etc. There is also going to be ETS India. So ETS, as you all know, organized GRE and TOEFL tests, and they are also going to be there. So you can actually clear your doubts regarding GRE TOEFL prep there. So that way, I feel it's such an amazing opportunity, and you should definitely not miss it. So the link to register is in the description. In fact, they have also called We Make Scholars. So they've also called We Make Scholars, which are going to provide you with a lot of funding and scholarship options. So please don't miss the event. The only catch is that they have limited seats available, and I've been talking about this event since the past 1 week. So I don't think many seats are left. So please register soon. The link is in the description. Okay, Tanu, can you please not spam the chat? Thank you so much. Okay, otherwise, you know, so please don't spam the chat. Let other people talk as well. I'd really appreciate that. Yes, all right. So that was about QS university rankings. Okay, and now let me see other comments that you have. So let me try and answer those. Rishikesh is saying, I want to pursue MS in construction management. My CGPA was 6.86 in second year of my bachelor's. Third year, I have three backlogs. Now I'm in my fourth year. Can I apply with a good GRE and IELTS score? So Rishikesh, of course, good GRE and TOEFL scores are important, but I would strongly recommend that you work towards your GPA as well. At the same time, build your profile by doing relevant projects and internships, and I think then you will stand a decent chance. But right now, things don't look very good, so I would strongly recommend you work on improving your GPA and definitely clearing your backlogs. Sudhir, hello Dee, I'll be completing my undergrad in 2025. Okay. I'm in my third year of college. When am I supposed to start preparing for abroad program exams, and when should I start doing research? So, Sudhir, you're right now in your third year. You're saying you'll be completing your undergrad in 2025, right? So, Sudhir, you should actually start preparing towards it from next year onwards. So, from next year, March or April onwards is when you should start looking at universities, looking at programs, shortlisting the universities you'd like to apply to. And then, ideally, in your summer holidays, which is May, June, July, you should try and give the GRE and TOEFL tests. Okay, so that's the timeline. Otherwise, I've prepared a separate video also on what's the timeline that you should be following for fall admissions, and that is applicable for whether you're going for 2024 or 2025 admissions. So please do check it out. That's very extensive and very detailed. Um, Harshit, that now situation is not good in US. Is it best to do master as a fresher? So, Harshit, I would say that completely depends on your skill set. When it comes to computer science fields, etc., it completely depends on your skill set. So, if your coding knowledge, etc., is good, then even if you're a fresher, you might be able to land a job. But definitely, having some form of work experience does give you an edge over other candidates who are just going there as a fresher. So, you might want to consider that as well. Ma'am, can you please tell me about how to get PR in Netherlands? Is that tough? So I'm really sorry, Kalus, but I don't have much knowledge about PR in Netherlands. I have some information about Canada, Singapore, US, but Netherlands I'm not familiar with as much. Okay. Soumya, for NTU Singapore UG Engineering, where to apply for it? So Soumya, you need to apply on the NTU Singapore website, and that's the official website. There's no other place to apply. Okay, so please consider that. All right. Anything else? Let me see. Dharshini is saying, I'm planning to do my master's in chemical engineering in Germany and my CGPA is 7.58. Will I be able to get into top public university in English taught program? So Darshini, as far as my knowledge goes, majority of the master's programs in Germany are actually English taught, which is such an advantage. And with Germany, I would say that they don't pay so much attention to the CGPA as long as you have like a decent profile and if you're able to write a strong letter of motivation and of course get good test scores. So I'd recommend focus on all of those things and I personally don't think it's going to be as challenging for you to get a good seat in a German university. Okay. Tanu is asking, ma'am, what is a good board result for admitted in top universities of Switzerland? Sorry, Tanu, don't have much, I don't have much knowledge about UG admissions in Switzerland, so I'm sorry, I'm not the best person for this. Um, okay, Sumant is saying, can you explain from where to start? There is a lot of confusion. I will be graduating in 2024. So, Sumant, if you're graduating in 2024 and if you've not yet started the study abroad process, also, then I feel it's slightly too late to be able to send out a decent application. My recommendation to you would be to get a job after your undergrad, work for a year, and then from next year onwards, right from the beginning, you start looking at universities and what you're interested in. I've made so many detailed videos on how to choose universities, what is the universities looking for when it comes to your application, and how do you strengthen your profile, what is the application process like, what are the documents needed, everything. So if you check out my study abroad videos, you'll get all that information. Okay. Sorry, there's so much spamming happening on the chat. I'm missing out the actual questions. Stephen is asking, NTU or NUS review application of students belonging from low income family and have been doing a full time job to support his or her family and siblings financially. I'm not sure what your question is. Sorry. Study what NUS look for in admitting PhD student. So similar to what any other university might look for in a candidate when it comes to PhD admissions. So you need good GRE or GATE scores. So benefit of studying at NTU or NUS is that they also consider GATE scores. So you need good GRE or GATE scores. Apart from that, you need to have a decent research profile. Your CGPA needs to be good, and if you've published papers, etc., I think that's cherry on the top. So, I mean, if you have these kind of things, then you stand a chance. Okay. Okay. So Thava is asking, and I'm sure this is a question for a lot of students, is, ma'am, another thing is I'm not in a position where I wasn't able to prepare for GRE. Should I go for fall 2025? Is there universities where GRE doesn't necessary and it's best for masters in power electronics? So Thava, very few universities are now there which are waiving off GRE requirement because majority of them have still come back and have said that we want the GRE. So if you really want to study from a very good university or don't want to limit your options, I would recommend you go for fall 2025. Otherwise, if you're really convinced that fall 2024 is what you want to do, then in that case you look for universities that are not considering GRE. Okay. All right. So I think again, I'd just like to mention that I see that all of you have so many questions about studying abroad, and many of these questions can be cleared when you attend the QS live event that's happening on 21st of September 2023. So don't miss it out. It's a free live event. There are going to be universities present from US, UK, Europe, and Australia. They're going to have panel sessions where they're going to share some important application tips with you and how to connect your degree with your career. in the sense what are the best career opportunities for you out there. They are also going to review your CV for free, and that is being done by expert career coaches, which I feel is such a plus. And the best part is that if you attend the event, like only people who are attending the event, they become eligible for an exclusive QS scholarship worth 45,000 USD, which if you convert to INR is roughly 35-38 lakh rupees, which is crazy. And all you need to do is attend their event. So I suggest not missing it. The link to register is in the description. I've put it there. So please sign up because they have limited seats and I don't want you to miss this chance. All right? Okay. So coming to other questions. Can I directly apply in USA universities for MS psychology without any GRE test or any other tests? As I've done a lot of working experience in my relative field. My dear Saleha, well, some universities might allow you to do that, some might not. So you need to check the university requirements. I can't tell you in a broad umbrella whether you can do this or not do this because every university has a separate requirement. Okay. Um, When writing my SOP, can I write in my SOP that I want to be considered for an assistantship? Um, so what I feel is that it doesn't really matter. I don't think mentioning on your SOP is going to change anything for you. Once you actually get an admission offer from the university, and I mean, you have some clarity and some guarantee that yes, you're going to be studying in that university, then you should email the professors or email the school, basically the school in which you'll be studying, and tell them that, I want to be considered for assistantship. So if any positions are available, I'd be more than happy to, volunteer for that. So I think that's the stage when you should do that. Writing in an SOP might not make any difference. Okay. Um, Okay, so Harshit is saying, I'm in class 10 right now. I want to go to NTU Singapore. So, what is the class 12 minimum percentage for getting 6-year bond scholarship? So, these kind of information the universities don't reveal, Harshit. So, I don't have a cutoff score for you. But to be able to secure an admission in top universities like NTU and NUS in Singapore, you really need very high percentages in your board exams. So, higher the percentage, the better. And when I say high percentages, I mean 92, 95, 97, 98%, especially if you want to go for computer science fields. Okay. So study hard, get a good percentage, and then you will see opportunities open right in front of you. Okay. Dishane, if you have 4 backlogs and you want to study for fall 2024, the first thing I suggest is to clear the backlogs. Yes. And then you try to build your profile, write good essays, get good scores in GRE, TOEFL exams. Yeah. Can you suggest some best universities in Canada? I'm not doing any university recommendations here, guys. I'm not an encyclopedia or Google search or chat GPT. So I'd suggest rather you write these questions in chat GPT, which universities is best for masters in chemistry in Canada. And I think chat GPT is going to give you better results. But if you have genuine doubts regarding the application process or anything else, I think that is something I can help you out with. So please don't ask me these questions. I'm still a human being. Okay, so that's a valid question. Thanks, Darshini. You're saying that why did you do your master's in material science and not in chemical engineering itself? So just to give you guys some background, I've done my undergrad from chemical engineering, and then after that, I went on to do my master's in material science. The reason I switched fields is because I wouldn't even call it switching fields. But the reason I took up material science is because I was very interested in nanotechnology and a particular area of research in nanotechnology. And when I was researching professors who are conducting research in those kind of fields, they actually belong to the material science school rather than chemical engineering school. So that was one reason why I switched to material science. But having said that, material science is actually a vast field. So people are coming there from chemistry background, chemical engineering background, electronics background, and mechanical engineering background, and they are choosing their own different areas in material science, and they're doing very well. So that's the reason why I switched. Um, okay, now I'm going to just pick like good questions, okay? Let's see. Okay, this is a good question, Parth. I'm working on a research paper and want to publish it in a peer-reviewed journal, but it will take quite some time to do so. However, I have to prepare my SOP for fall 2024. So what can you do? That's a great question, Parth. So since you're working on the research paper and you're planning to publish it in a journal, my recommendation to you would be to submit it to a good journal. Okay, at least submit it. And then in your SOP, you can mention that this is the research work I've done, and my paper is currently under review in so and so journal. Okay, so that means that your paper is in the process to get published. So please do that. Please write your research paper and submit it to a journal so that you can mention this in your SOP, and that will add value. Yeah. All right. So, guys, I think that is all for today, and I'm glad I was able to answer a lot of your questions. Um, any further questions? Maybe I'll take last two or three. Yeah, ma'am, can I get admission in aerospace engineering in US if I have SAT test score? So, Tariq, of course, like that is one of the admission requirements. You should have SATs. Apart from that, you might also have to submit your board scores, show a lot of extracurriculars, volunteering work. So, a lot of things are required that way. Yeah. Ma'am, when will you start the next SOP and LOR session? So, we're not having any more live courses on SOP and LOR writing because I think we are now at a time when students really want to like learn the information quickly, right? And at their own time and pace, which is why we are offering self-paced courses for SOP and LOR writing through our course on studying abroad. So it consists of 5 sessions, and we talk about how to write your SOPs, LORs, personal statements, scholarship essays. So all of these things you can learn from the course. And then if you sign up for the premium plan, you can actually get your SOP reviewed from me as well. So all those details are there on my website. I mean, you can find out. But I think right now it's best for you to go for a self-paced course so that, if you want to get all this information, you can do it quickly in 2 days, 3 days time, and start writing your SOPs and LORs already. Okay. As part of the course, I also share a lot of samples with you. And I think that really helps students in understanding, okay, what kind of SOP I need to write to be able to get admission in this kind of university. So, what is the level it needs to be at? At the same time, it also gives you a lot of ideas as to how you can write your own SOP. So, I think that is how the course helps. Yeah. All right, so everyone, thank you so much. I think it was a pleasure talking to all of you. And for these kind of doubts, these kind of questions, please join the QS event. They are going to be conducting this live session on 21st September 2023. And it's such a reputed organization, and they are bringing in such great people. And you get to interact with admission officers, alumni on a one-to-one basis. So don't miss this opportunity. Use this session, this free live session on 21st September 2023. All right. The registration link is in the description, and I'm also going to put it in the pinned comment after this live. So all the best, everyone. Do well for fall 2024 admissions. Put in everything that you've gotten, because once you join the universities, when you get admission from your dream universities, I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. So don't be lazy right now, because you are taking a very important step for your career. Work very hard towards your application, give in your best, and then you'll see that your dreams will come true. Okay, so on that note, wish you all the very best. Take care, and I'll see you again soon for a next live session. Bye, guys. Take care.